Hey you guys, what's happening? It's MJ. How are you? It's Tuesday. I did a talk at the Canvas Cafe and now I'm in North London and I felt like going live because I didn't go live earlier. I wanted to share like just vulnerability about living in the flow and like the awesomeness and kind of the intensity as well. And I'm kind of amazed at like the how the energy is super supported for learning lessons, for um just having the amount of energy you need to do whatever it is you're meant to do, and how literally the mind cannot really figure it out. I'm blown away ultimately by like this continual accelerated and deepening into the subtleties of manifestation, of working with emotions, which is essentially working with vibration, right? Like aligning yourself with the truth of who you are and why you're here, and how it's so paradoxical and it's so like simultaneous and or multidimensional, whatever you want to call it. Like the oneness vibration is just so supported and infused with love that yeah, it's undeniable and it's beautiful. And I have had such an interesting day. And sometimes I have little experiences which reflect back to me that, like, you know, more and more people are opening up and more people are awakening to like a deeper, broader purpose. More and more people are breaking free. And yet this whole process, this whole awakening, this whole transition to a new paradigm, which means that at some point humanity's gonna end up living in a much more harmonious, beautiful world, right? That's what all this is about. All this means that like enough humans hold a vision and a strong and powerful intention and belief that they're gonna open their eyes, and more cooperation, more love, more support, you know, people, everyone's fed, there's just, it's elevated. Any of us can imagine what an elevated society or an enlightened society would look like, and so the more of us that kind of really commit to that and move with that. I'm just aware, I guess, of like closing a gap, and the fact that, you know, in the physical body, in form as humans on this planet, there's a lot of closing of gaps that need to happen as far as how we relate to our current present moment physical projection reality versus the desired intent. Because certainly for me on my path, I can speak to people who might be impatient, who might, yeah, have that sense of impatience. And patience continues to be a massive thing for me as far as just being with what is and not just freaking out, although it does happen. Like, that's the thing about total surrender, transparency, and of course humility, is like, I think any of us who oh I literally just got sidetracked, you guys, because the reason I'm in a car is that I'm staying at a friend's house, and I got here a little bit early, so I was waiting in the car, you guys. I'm just gonna be totally like straight up. I was sitting in the car eating vegan cookies, and then I was like, okay, come on, Malls, you haven't posted today. Go live, go live. So I'm basically sharing with you a little scatter chair because I've been driving and I'm kind of like physically exhausted. I'm gonna have a lie-in, and then I've got 2 private clients tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna be driving back to Devon, and I'm like, it's like I'm suddenly like super flow, like tidal wave, like it's almost like a massive current, you know, like a huge wave when it pulls the sea back, right? Like the suction of the massive waves sucks everything back. It's like, everything is out of control, losing everything, but knowing there's this flow and like letting myself go with it, right? Letting myself just be like, okay, current's gonna take me. And now the big wave is coming through, and I'm just like feeling this like massive amount of action. What I'm aware of is like, it's all in the flow. So all I have to keep doing is keep grounding in, breathing through all of this, and making sure I'm getting enough rest, because it's high vibration. Like, basically it's like high vibrational energy. Like, there's still some outworking, so there's still like some expression, there's still some like old world just like being like, no, that's not how it's gonna be, world, like it's not how I'm gonna be treated, it's not that. And then it's like and then the tidal wave of like the new manifestation is just like pulling me under and over and everywhere. But it's super fun, and I'm excited to be able to be at this point where I'm sharing with you guys regularly, and like you guys are giving that feedback. Someone's waiting for me and it's not fair on them, so I gotta go. I love you guys big time, and speak to you real soon. Peace.